As with all my videos, I'd like to start off with the rules to factor in the difference of perfect squares. These rules are meant for ultimate clarity. Let's put them in the form of steps. Step 1, identify your A and B values. The A and B values are going to be the square roots of the perfect squares, i.e. if your A squared value is 9 and your B squared value is 36, then your A value is going to be 9 and your B value is going to be 6, respectively. Step 2, after you identify what your A and B value are, go ahead and put the equation in a better form. What I mean by better form is that you want to be able to line up your A's and your B's and your B's next to each other. You want to be able to have the expression in a product form. So it would be A minus B and an A plus B. The reason why you want to use A minus and A plus in all difference of perfect squares is because when you multiply the binomials together, only two different signs will cancel out a middle term, leaving you with an A squared minus a B squared. If you try it the other way, both being minus or both being plus, you won't be left with two terms. You'll be left with 3. Keep in mind what your goal is. Your goal is to be able to be left with two terms, an A and a B. You want to be left with a binomial term. Now that we have these two steps, let's go over examples. And I'm sure by the time you finish going over these examples, things will be a lot clearer for you. So, example 1, 4n squared minus 49. That's an easy one. A level 1 on our scale. 4 is a perfect square, so we want to be able to identify what our A and a B value are. We're going to need a square root of 4 and a square root of 49. Square root of 4 is 2 and a square root of 49 is 7. And step 2 said we have to line up to make two binomials. Because when we multiply two binomials of different signs, they will give us back the binomial that we originally started off with. So the two binomials here that we'll multiply will be 2n minus 7 times 2n plus 7. Multiply those two terms together back and you get the original expression back. Problem 2, 3n squared minus 75. In this case, neither the 3 nor the 75 are perfect squares, meaning that there's no single number multiplied by itself that would give you back 3 or 75. It would actually be two different numbers. So wait, that doesn't fit our bill. So what does that mean? That means we have to get this expression into terms that would fit the bill. The bill again being the perfect squares. What we can do is look for the greatest common factor, yeah, there it is, that we found in the first part of this episode to get two perfect squares in a binomial form. So with the expression 3n squared minus 75, we can just pull out the greatest common factor between both these terms, which would happen to be 3. Pulling 3 out, you'll be left with 3 parentheses n squared minus 25, because 25 times 3 gives you 75. So the 3 is not a perfect square, but the n, the coefficient that's in front of the n, 1, is a perfect square, and so is 25. So you'll be left with n plus 5 times n minus 5. So the full expression will be 3 on the outside, big parentheses, n plus 5, n minus 5. Hope that wasn't too bad, guys. These problems were there to make things a lot clearer for you. Yet another way to factor polynomial or binomial expression. This is something that comes up quite frequently, but isn't a too difficult topic. I hope I didn't stay too much over time with this question. Once again, guys, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'll be sure to read your comments and comment below or make a video if that helps clear things up for a lot of people. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and click on some of the other videos you see here. And stay tuned for my general science explanations coming soon. What I'll be going over in those videos will just be new and interesting topics in physics, chemistry, and biology. These are interesting topics that you're just not going to want to miss. So please like, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell notification to receive all the updates for when I release a new video. Once again, I'm a knowledge guy, AKG for short, and I'll see you next week.